So this is quite a bit smaller than when we started. I'm kind of having a difficult time seeing. There's kind of a, I don't know if it's a glare or what's going on, but I was able to get it edged out nice and sharp. You can see it's got some fine serrations. And now we're going to notch it. Like I said, I think we're just going to go for like a side notch. So the first thing I'm going to do is sort of clean up a spot. Kind of like that. All you're doing is creating like a little micro platform. And we're going to use that to sort of draw a guide flake in. So it's just like your pressure flaking. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of scrunch in a little bit. Not too severely. I don't want to round out that edge. You still want a little bit of like a platform edge on there for the notcher to grab onto. This is a buffalo rib. Pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I am kind of pulling it up a little bit instead of having it flat into the piece. I'm kind of doing that, and I'm going to catch this edge with the notcher and just scrunch in. And you get your first little notchy poo. I'm going to take a look at this side, and I'm going to go in from the other side. There we go. Notchy poo part 2. And you can get pretty far if you get pretty good at this. I am not that great at it yet, but I'm going to do one more little scrunch in and call it, because I think that's perfectly acceptable. I think that having a notch like that is pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side real quick. I've been practicing notching a lot lately, because I wasn't for a while. I was mainly focused on doing like foliate points, which are largely unnotched, and I still really like doing foliate points. I think they're quite beautiful, elegant, simple points. So once again, we're going to go in, sort of get a nice little guide going. And switch back to the notching tool, and having like a nice spatulate sort of notching tool like this is really kind of good. You could just use a pressure flaker, but you're going to get really wide notches that way. And if that's what you're going for, like some points were really widely notched, that's cool. If you're into that sort of thing, you know. Scratch down again. And one more. It's not as deep as the other, but it's fairly regular. And the next thing to do is just to sort of, I want to square out the base just a little bit, so I'll take a few little flakes out of the base carefully. And this is just to make it easier for hafting later on. And this is by no means a perfect point, but I mean, this would be completely effective. It's sharp, it's thin, it would get between the ribs, into the lungs, you know, if you hunt and everything. And then the next thing to do would be to sort of go ahead and braid around all the areas where you're going to be hafting, so that it's not sharp, so you don't cut the sinew. And usually what I'll do is I have a few hammerstone spalls, or you can either just take a piece of obsidian or chert and get in between there and sort of scrape and scrunch around and get your notches braided out that way. But having a nice little, if you're using hammerstones and you happen to remove a piece of the hammerstone while you're percussing a biface or something. Keep it. It's thin and it can kind of get into some places and do some fun little abrasions. There we go. And in the end, you get this nice little northern side notched point, which is pretty fun. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.